Hi, this is Tyrone and welcome to another edition of The Agent. This week's episode is titled When It Rains. Many years ago, I was working with an amazing agent who had a beautiful young English model who he truly believed should be shooting Vogue. Though she was short, only about 5'7", he still believed in her, even if Vogue wasn't. And they weren't. So he decided he would switch strategies and decided that the only way that he could get her to Vogue was through one of their top photographers that he felt could take her there. So every few months, he would send the photographer a whole new set of Polaroids or digitals for you young kids of her to him. This went on for a few years, but he didn't give up. Even when they would say no, months after months, he kept sending new Polaroids and would hear the same words, no. But to him, no did not mean never. It meant not now, but never a yes from them. And so he continued sending those Polaroids, a persistent and consistent agent. But after over 2.5 years, the photographer finally said yes. Not to Vogue, but for a campaign he was shooting for Calvin Klein. We were all so excited as we thought finally he would see how great she was and would want to shoot her next for Vogue. But that didn't happen. You see, one thing we forgot was that Calvin's campaigns were generally shot sexy, a little risque. So it was no different afterwards when the new campaigns came out that it created a stir, more like a scandal in the industry. You see, our lovely little blonde was wearing a very short jean skirt, white tank top, and white knickers underwear underneath, while lying on her side that clearly showed the knickers she was wearing. And so it became a scandal that people were denouncing it as kiddie porn, with the designer getting lots of heat and backlash over it, which led to then President Clinton getting involved. You see, everyone thought the models were underage in that campaign, but they weren't. They were all adults, all over 18 years old, but looked younger. This message is not so much about the scandal. It's about an agent's belief, determination, and resolve to find a way to get his model into Vogue, and how dedicated he was to trying every way possible to doing so. He knew the reign for Vogue had been shut up for her for so long, and that the only way to get her there was to keep presenting her to this one particular photographer, and occasionally to Vogue, who kept saying no. But by the time it rained blessings, it rained fire and brimstone from those who thought the campaigns were too risque. But instead of pulling back, we ran with it. Even though Vogue still wasn't calling, we think because of the backlash, we did like what Elijah the prophet did when there was no rain in Israel for 3 years. Elijah prayed, then told his servant that it was going to start raining and to go to look at the clouds. But 7 times his servant came back and told him there were no clouds in the sky. But each time Elijah would send him back to look. And on the 7th occasion, his servant saw a small cloud the size of his hands. Then the sky grew dark and the rain came down. And so the drought in Israel ended when Elijah prayed for it to end. Likewise, after over 2.5 years of waiting for her Vogue, that young model from London saw her dark clouds of rain burst open from above as great blessings of work rained down on her career. You see, immediately after the scandal, other photographers and magazines wanted to shoot with her, including a cosmetic contract I negotiated for her. Sometimes when you see dark clouds forming and nothing seems to be going right, you're mounted with debt, your career stalled, and your health is failing. Remember, those dark clouds will one day have to burst open or be gone as the windows of heaven starts pouring you out a blessing. The dark clouds are reminders that you're about to see heaven's doors open soon. God turns our darkness into light so that we can say, look what the Lord has done. Like that model, it came in the form of a scandal, something she didn't expect. All she wanted was Vogue. But God knows and controls all the reins in our lives. Her agent did not give up on her when he kept hearing no. So he continued to believe that one day soon it would rain for her. And it did. Likewise, please don't give up. Keep trusting God. God knows when your blessings are coming. Keep your faith and don't let go. Until next time, may the peace of Christ rain down showers of blessings on your life, your family, your health, and your finances. Shabbat Shalom. God bless you. Have a great weekend. Ciao, ciao. Bye.